was a normal afternoon in which the last sandwich was being interviewed.
So, Sandwich, what can you tell me about your life?
Well, Tom, as I came down from the sun, all I could remember was the last piece of bread being placed on top of my crispy lettuce. I had never been a social creature due to my lack of human encounters in my small town.
So, what was your life like in this small town?
Well, the small town was filled with stress and fear. I was constantly being looked at with hunger and greed. Everyone wanted to eat me. I was actually a great student academically, but was bullied for my great looks and comedic personality. After class, I often ate chips at the horse stables near my house to cope with my stress. But I found myself still having the feeling of doubt in my heart that one day I would be someone's meal.
I'm sorry, you said horse stables?
Yes, Tom, come on, keep up.
I graduated top of my class with high honors.
And the valedictorian award goes to Sandwich.
I would like to thank my parents and myself for being the best sandwich in the world.
My life had always been good until the population of sandwiches had begun to decrease. Sandwiches had become targets more than ever now, being hunted for our delicious flavors and crispy lettuce, which eventually led to my parents being eaten alive.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Oh, don't worry, Tom. They were just sandwiches. They had no emotions. I didn't really care all that much for the death of my parents, but I decided to run away anyways because, well, I saw a bunch of people do it on TV and thought it would make me seem out of the ordinary.
So, do you lack all emotions?
Sorry, what was the question? Anyways, I was eventually the last sandwich, which was great because, well, I was one of a kind. I was almost uncovered this one time hunting for food in the forest, but managed to get away. It was a pretty scary moment, but I was honestly flattered because I was famous.
So, was everything smooth sailing from there?
I wish, but unfortunately, the weather was very unpredictable. It was constantly changing. I traveled through harsh snowstorms, gusts of heavy wind, and scorching hot sun rays.
Sorry to hear that.
Don't worry, because I eventually found a beautiful home to stay in.
And that's here, correct?
Well, yeah, where did you think we were? Come on, keep up, Tom. When I came here, I felt a random urge to be a hero. I honestly have no idea why, but it felt like a good idea. It was in the heat of the moment. I fought in both world wars, where I met my two great friends, Bill and Steve. Bill was really weird, but he was there, and a pretty good listener too. Well, that was until he got tanked, but we don't talk about that. And my friend Steve was friendly too, but he also didn't talk. Come to think of it, neither of them even moved.
So, how is everyone? That's pretty cool.
Well, would you looky here? We got a sandwich.
Leave us alone, please.
Or what?
Yeah, that's right. Don't mess with the sandwich. Thanks, Steve. Means a lot.
I remember holding my Leon Field as Steve and Bill rode their horses through the battlefield.
And are these friends of yours still alive?
No, they died, but it was to be expected seeing how they rode alone. But their death gave me the opportunity to start playing the bagpipes.
And what happened after the war?
Well, that's when the Great Depression hit, and I had to feast on my own bread because I couldn't afford to buy food.
And was this painful for you?
I'm a sandwich. Last time I checked, I didn't have any pain sensors. Anyways, I had to build myself a fine reputation as time had gone by, and many began to look at me as more of a model citizen hero rather than a delicious meal.
All hail the sandwich.
And has your reputation ever been ruined?
Well, not on purpose, but I was once arrested for reckless driving.
Reckless driving?
Well, yeah, I one day decided to steal a cop car so that I could show off my amazing driving skills.
And how'd that go for you?
Well, I was the talk of the town and everyone thought I was really cool. But I mean, everyone besides the police. They confiscated my vehicle, put me in cuffs, then threw me in a jail cell with some other girl named Judy.
What can you tell us about Judy?
So, what are you in for?
None of your business.
Everyone hated Judy. Her nickname was Moody Judy because she was always in a mood. After around 20 years, I was let go and knew that life was about to change for the better.
How?
Well, I began helping out with the bank robberies and in small situations.
And was that it?
Of course not. We can't forget about my potato chips. They played a big role in my life. And that brings me to today, where I'm now being interviewed by you. But this doesn't mean that I'm free from old danger. It constantly follows me.
Wow, what an inspiring story. I'm truly moved. Okay, cut the cameras, we're all done here.
That's all?
Well, yeah, I mean, unless there's anything else you want to talk about. What was that?
Oh, that's my neighbor. Don't mind her. She's going through some charges regarding animal abuse.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, but we're pretty close.
Is she a close friend?
No, I'm her lawyer. I proved her innocence.
All rise. Department 1 of the Superior Court is now in session. Judge Judy presiding. Please be seated.
Judy? Is that you? How are you? Long time no see.
Silence.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Calling the case of the people of the state of California versus Sonia. Are both sides ready?
Ready for the people, Your Honor.
Your Honor, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, the defendant has been charged with animal abuse due to her harsh behavior to her horse.
My client is innocent.
The jury is thanked and excused. Court is adjourned.
Thank you for your time.
Wow, that sounds intense.
Well, I'm a professional, so it wasn't too bad. Would you like some chips?
No, I'll pass. So did you attend law school?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, no, law school was a real struggle, but thanks to all the Legally Blonde I watched, I became the best lawyer in the country.
In Sandwich, have you ever had any pets?
I once had a pet named Rocky. He was my best friend and was awesome at hide and seek.
Well, I think that about wraps up this interview.
Wait, no! Don't leave yet. There's still so much I have to talk about.
No worries, we've got enough. Thank you for your time, Sandwich.
Just as the cameras were wrapping up and the interviewer was leaving, the sandwich senses began to tingle. Something was wrong, and the sandwich could sense it in her lettuce. A strong breeze blew away her sesame seeds, so she went to investigate, and the next thing she knew she had been knocked out.